Here's something that every working human being wants to achieve: work-life balance. Hi there, I'm Dr. Jim. Thanks for stopping by for a little information. So I've been reading more. This has always been one of my topics that I've looked into for 30 years. Work-life balance, reading about it, studying it, writing about it. How about putting it into practice? How about making it a reality? It's one thing to know about what you can do to bring your work and your personal life into balance. And I always think of a scale as an analogy when I think about this. Too much work, what happens? The scale tips this way, blah, blah, blah. So the truth of the matter is, because I've worked with, thousands, possibly tens of thousands, live and online, of healthcare professionals. And so many of them have been seeking work-life balance. It's almost like they're searching for the Holy Grail. And since we're not Indiana Jones, I guess, it might be even more difficult for us to achieve. They continue to seek it out and they never quite find it. Achieving work-life balance is not something that you or I can achieve overnight. It's going to take conscious effort, and it's going to take planning with patience, little by little. Believe me, true equilibrium in your work and your personal life can become a reality. All right. Work-life balance to me, like I said, it's like a scale. An effective analogy for work-life balance is to imagine a scale with both sides, work on one, personal life on the other, and they're like this: harmony, balance, equilibrium. It's so nice. Now, there are going to be times when your work is going to be more demanding. And things are going to happen in our personal lives. We're going to have big projects at work, deadlines, due dates. People are going to be born and die and get married and retire. Life is not one steady stream, that's for sure. So our scale can tip to work or it can tip to personal life on a normal basis. But when it's really lopsided, that's when really bad things can happen. So why does it matter? Being healthy generally means that all systems are in balance. And when one part of the body becomes ill, like your heart, your lungs, your brain, it affects the entire system. Having equilibrium between work and life can also be out of balance when too much time and too much energy is spent in just one area chronically over a long period of time, and we ignore important aspects of the other part of our life. Being in balance, if I could put it so bluntly and plainly, it's just absolutely critical to your well-being and to your performance. So crushing yourself at work is going to destroy your performance over a period of time. Now, here's some signs. I want you to think about this. Write a little note, do a mental checklist or whatever you want to do. Let's talk about signs of poor work-life balance and how you fare, okay? Spending too many nights working from home can interfere with your sleep. Failing to take breaks can lead to exhaustion, physically, mentally, emotionally, and everything else. Decision-making and problem-solving abilities can suffer, leading to poor performance. Work-life imbalance can lead to a state of burnout, and sometimes even worse, chronic psychological problems, depression, anxiety, poor adjustment, sleep disorders, appetite disorders. Okay, we're talking about a lot of bad outcomes here. So here are some telltale signs that work-life balance might be lacking in your life. Okay? Think about these things. Priorities for life and or work are lacking. you don't have a clear set of priorities. X amount of time here, X amount of time there, movie night regardless, family time, date night regardless of how busy I am, whatever. Or let me get up an hour earlier to get this project started earlier and get it done. Okay. Physical, mental, or your emotional life is suffering. Do you stay up too late? Do you eat poorly? Poor nutrition? Eat too much junk food? Do you exercise? Or do you suffer from a lack of exercise? Are you more angry, irritable, anxious, or depressed because of this imbalance in your life? Are you constantly exhausted? Are you getting negative and bitter, sarcastic towards your work life, your job, your career, coworkers, or your personal life? The people that are important to you, your family, your friends. Has your performance suffered or reduced? Or are you experiencing feelings of being disconnected and you're alone? You're not connected to the workplace. You're not connected to colleagues, friends, family, kind of out there swimming all on your own. Well, let me talk to you now about improving your work-life balance. It's not rocket science. It just takes some planning. Anything that's worth doing is going to take planning, and it's going to take effort. Okay? And I just have 5 things to talk to you about. Thankfully, what is out of balance in our lives can be successfully rebalanced. Okay, work-life balance is something that looks different for everybody. It's not one size fits all. I love working. I shouldn't have even said that because I don't feel that I work. Writing, researching, getting in my car, presenting, speaking, creating content for Collins Learning, CEU Academy, making friends all over the United States. I don't consider that work. I never really have. I've been doing this for over 3 decades now. I know, I started kind of young. Here's what you could do. Number 1, you create a personal definition of what work-life balance means to you and only to you. Some people love what they do so much, they don't consider it work. Others, they clock out at 5 p.m. and they've checked out. They go home. They leave everything in the workplace. And that must be nice. I'm not one of those people. My work is up here 24/7, goes everywhere with me. So take some time to figure out what you want or you need, and then how to achieve it, which leads you to step 2. Set boundaries around your personal life as well as your work life, and then do not be afraid to say, no, I can't do it. I can't add another thing to my plate right now, but that doesn't mean I can't revisit it in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to have to respectfully pass in order to get things done the right way. There are things on both sides you need to protect, okay? Boundaries protect things, okay? You need to protect quality time with your family, your friends, your significant other, your relationships, your romance, okay? There are work things like getting that big project done, getting things done on time or before time and under budget or even better. Okay, so allow the definition that we just talked about in step 1 to drive your boundaries and help you define those boundaries. Step number 3, set goals, track them and measure them. Very, very important, especially in areas like your health, exercise, diet, family time, sleep, vacations. I don't care if it's 2 days or 2 weeks. This all means something different for everyone. But all of these things can help you to be resilient, to manage your stress and your mood. Create a schedule. Step number 4. Create a schedule and plan out time for both work and personal life. Here's an old saying. You're going to know it as soon as I say it. Those who fail to plan, fill in the blank. They plan to fail. Those who fail to plan to fail. It's cute. I get it. But it does make a lot of sense. Start every morning. This is what I do. Every morning, I look at my list of things that I have to do today. And it changes a lot. Then I kind of put a number. Number 1, that could be number 3, that could be number 5. This has to be number 2. So I look at a little checklist every day. Or before, in the evening when I'm relaxing, I'm sitting in my favorite chair, I'm sipping a glass of red wine with my puppy and watching TV. I keep a little pad on the table and I think about, all right, got to get this done, that done for sure. Get it off the list, get it out of the way. And I also write down personal things like my daughter and I are creating a list of the most wonderful cult films ever, the worst B films made in history. We're going to type them out, cut them up so that the movie's on each slip. We're going to throw them in a box. We're going to shape it up and we're going to shake it up and we're going to play B movie bingo. So I pick one out and she picks one out and we watch those every night that we have movie night together. If we didn't think of it and plan it, we would never do it. And we'd miss out on watching horrible movies as a daddy and a daughter. Number 5, make your health a top priority every single day, because without your health, physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual, financial, you got nothing. Your work-life balance will not mean a thing. Health comes first. Some areas to think about when I say health: relationships. Nurture them, grow them, form new ones. Eat right. Eat as best as you can. Eat clean. Diet, exercise, stress management, and your quality of sleep are all important when it comes to work-life balance. Final thoughts? Attempting to balance one's professional or work life while spending quality time with friends, family, or doing things that bring happiness to you can be a real challenge. It's a challenge for me every day. But the point is, it can be done, and it does not have to be elusive. But anything that's worth achieving is going to take some time and effort. So simply ask yourself these final questions. What do I want out of my work life? What do I need most? And I can't live without in my personal life, because they're so meaningful to me and they bring far too much quality to ignore them. And then make a plan based on your answers. I'm Dr. Jim. Thank you for listening to me babble on and on about work-life balance. Check me out, collinslearning.com, ceu.academy, drjimcollins.com. Email me. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me a story, jim@collinslearning.com. Thank you so much for taking some time to watch the video. I appreciate it. And if you're a licensed healthcare professional who's looking for some great continuing education, we've got it. And we are always working on brand new, fresh content for you. So you can find the link to the website in the description and keep coming back for more information. I hope to see you soon.